What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Your guy, the top in the building. Nairobi is cold, man. It's drizzling. Yani baridi inanyesha. Yeah, I hope your day is coming on well. Anywho, the purpose for doing this video is just to put out a word of encouragement and also to highlight the plight of boy child. Okay, what am I talking about? From my story, there's so much that I didn't say and I haven't said, and I decided let me not say this and that so that it doesn't look like it's a battle or we are fighting to prove a point. No, I was just putting it into perspective, and from the story you figured out that as much as I was smiling every day and doing what I do, there's a lot that was happening behind the scenes. Now, I want you to take that and put it on your boyfriend, on your husband, on your dad, on your grandfather, on whatever. By the way, I've gotten very crazy DMs. I think I'll post some of them. Some of them we'll discuss them on the podcast. We have a podcast that the one for men's problems. We'll discuss it over there. And I want you to put it over there because a lot of men are going through situations and they can't talk. That man that you know over there, they'll smile every day. I want you to do this, go on YouTube. I think you'll find it on YouTube. Just write videos recorded of fathers or men before they committed suicide or something like that. There's a video like that. You'll see like one day before, hours before, they're happy, they're doing whatever, they're whatever. So a lot of men are hurting and all of us are confused. We don't have solutions because sometimes the solutions are normally a little bit extreme when men lash out or when they fight back, and people just see the fight. People will not know the cause. That's what I always say. There's normally a why. You see? But from my story, for the men, this is what you'll pick. Don't revenge. It's not worth it. Walk away, man. Walk away from trouble if you can. It don't mean you're weak if you turn the other cheek. Yeah, okay? So sometimes just walk away, man. It's easier to get your peace of mind. It'll be better for you. Okay? So walk away. Don't revenge. Karma will handle it. God will always handle it. And time reveals everything. And for the men out there, talk, man. Talk to somebody. Talk to somebody. Like myself, when all of this was happening, I spoke to Roba, I spoke to Leslie, Decap, Omush, Munez. Like them, they were there when it was happening and they were seeing it. And they were just like, especially Leslie, Decap, the rest, they were like, we told you. So let me tell you guys an interesting story, okay? About how we met. Okay, then now I'll never talk about this again. Okay, maybe. Psych. So, where do I begin? Where do I begin? Okay, let me just put it out there that, by the way, everybody in my family was against this. They didn't understand what I saw or whatever. Everybody, from the kids to my mom, to my dad, to my bro, to the cap, to my man, everybody was just like, I think we spoke about it on my kids' channel, and you can go and watch. They said a few things over there. Some I didn't even know. And I was like, I'm doing this for me, man. This is for me. But later, I'm just like, you could have listened. Okay, well, so this is how we met. I think Jalas called me or texted me, one of those, and told me, there's a lady who has biashara for you. It's a client who wants to meet you. I think I was at Samaki or something. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So, is it someone you've worked with before? Can I be someone I know? Nah, I'm familiar with. Nikamwambia, okay, sawa. So, kama ni msio familia naye sampatie namba yangu, nini. Nikamwambia pia mimi nitumie namba yake because akipiga na namba sijui labda sitashika. So akantumia, so call, nikapick, hey, what's up? I need to meet you over this business, nini. I said, cool. Pull up to Samaki. Pulls up to Samaki. We sat at the counter there for like maybe 10-15 minutes. I think I was shooting because I was in between things. And the minute I sat on that counter, I don't know what happened. Until today, I have no idea what happened. I don't know how it happened because everything happened so fast. And then during that time, I'd already been single for about 2 years. After my last heartbreak, I was single for like 2 years. I was in between, like you get like someone, you try kidogo 1 week, you're like, kidogo, yeah, itana malu unondokea before anything happens. So I was single for like 2 years, for about 2 years before I'd sat down and said, now I want to try this again. So when everything was happening, I was just like, okay, let's see what's gonna happen. So everybody was against it. I spoke to Leslie, I spoke to the cop, spoke to everybody. They were just like, no. And then during this time, by the way, this happened around the time when I was doing My Woman. Do you remember when I was shooting My Woman? Yes, that is when I was shooting My Woman. That's when it happened. And by the way, there was never biashara. We just spoke, and then one thing led to another, another thing led to another. And all of a sudden, within a short span of time, she was constantly at my place, like all the time. Like I was like, hey man, what's up? So one time, she was at my place for maybe like about a week. And I was like, hey, you got a toy here? Where's the toy? Oh, the toy is home with the nanny. I was like, no, we don't do that over here. Go bring the toy, man. And I think that is how I ended up meeting the toy. And one thing led to another. Nini, we struck a bond with the boy, and he was an amazing boy, and it happened. And when this was happening, we realized, kidogo, this house is now getting a bit small. It was a 3-bedroom house up Raptor Road in Westlands. I'm like, see, we get a bigger kribo, nini, so at least we can manage. We add another nanny, so we have 2 nannies, nini. Let's try. And I jumped with 2 feet in, man. Let's build together, man. Let's do this, let's do that. And I started injecting, man. From biashara to whatever, to grooming the boy, to everything, to protection, to provision, to nini, man. And a lot used to happen, and me, I wasn't seeing nothing. Like, I would see problems and situations, but I was just, trust me. Until today, I don't know what happened. I have no idea. But there's a time I started working with a pastor called Pastor Steve, Pastor Steve, ako, ile place ni Kayole ama ni Umoja? Kayole, I think niko Kayole. So I started working with Pastor Steve, kaza kuniambia vitu. And then there's also a time on Obinna Show Live, I started bringing a lot of spiritual to people. Nini. So when these things started happening, and we were talking with these people, and my eyes started opening, I started seeing different things, and I was like, and I started thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, trust me, I don't know how that happened. I don't know whatever happened. I can't explain to you how it happened. Yeah, but here we are. Here we is, man. Yeah, we've learned. Yeah, so that's it. Summary of how we met and how everything happened. Maybe if I think of something else, I'll say, oh, by the way, do you know a very interesting thing that I used to look at when we were having the DCI story? There's a time when we went first, they didn't pull up with the lawyer. Then badaya akasema watakam Tuesday, tukasema tapatikana Wednesday. So when we went on Wednesday, the lawyer didn't come. Then akakuja peke yake, akasema watakuja peke yake, but on condition she talks to me without my lawyer. So when alikam, my lawyers akatoka, tukabaki hapo ndani. Then akaanza kuongea nini. Then she started crying again when I brought my evidence. Nilikuwa hapo, the other DCI officers were just like, they were women, there were two ladies. Because then akasema, oh, me, I'm not in good position now to talk. Me, I can't talk now. Akatoka kaenda. So nikabaki nao sawa wanaangalia zile za Obinna must stay strong. So kushuka hivi nikapata ningoja hapo kwa parking. Ati I want to talk to you nini. Nikamwambia okay, sema. Walikuwa na kitonga by the kitonga kashuka hivi kwa gari. Nikamuuliza, why are you doing this to Emotion, Munez? You know these guys, man. They've never done anything bad to you. You know the type of people that they are. Why would your fight is with me? Mbona unawekelewa say unomenya iko? Oh, I'll just forgive them on condition that you come back home. Nini. Nilikuwa namwangalia nikuzileza. What the hell? But anyway, story for another day. Adios.